Hey everyone, my name is Nikolai Pavlov and I'm going to show you some Power BI tips and tricks. In this video you'll learn how to append multiple Excel files from a folder and make that folder automatically refreshable, meaning that every time you throw in a new month file into that folder, your report will get updated. Very often I hear from people in finance that they have to manually copy and paste a new month report to their one big Excel master file. It takes a lot of time. There's a lot of manual work happening and it's better to automate it. We have an example table here. It's a very basic table. We got sales quantity, we got 3 types of products, ABC, 3 different cities, and we got dates. What I often see is when the month ends, like February ends, people would they would get a new file of the new month, March for example, and then just essentially copy it and paste it to the master copy right here. Oops, all the values are messed up. You see, mistakes can happen and we gotta fix it. Imagine that you have like thousands of records, right? Every month you have to do this, copying and pasting. So there's a much better way to do this. You open your Power BI and here you click Get Data, click More because we have to show the path to our folder. Click Folder here, and then here you point out to the path where your folder is. So in my case it's just a sample folder. Then we click OK. Power Query immediately detects that there are 3 files, Excel files in that folder, and then we click Transform Data. Always click Transform Data because data is 99% of the time, you just have to work on it, clean it up. So when you open this, you can see all sorts of information about the data you have. It says the name, extension, date it was created, modified, all these things. All you need from here is essentially content, so we can remove all the rest. Click right mouse button and then remove other columns. Once you're left with the content column, the next step is to create a new column. You click Add Column, Add Custom Column, and let's name it Excel Files Data. So what we're trying to do here is we're importing the data from these Excel files into Power Query. So we have to write a simple M code, which is Excel workbook. We open the brackets, see available columns, we only have content. So we double click on it and then we close it. It says no syntax errors have been detected, all good. We click OK. And so what happened here is all the information from Excel files are now in the Power Query. We can expand it. And from here, this is all the information that your Excel files have, right? Like I said, so we don't need hidden information. We don't have any anyways. Kind, we don't need this. Item, all we need is data essentially. So we're going to keep this, and name so we know which files are which ones. Take this out as well. We don't need original columns as prefixes, so we click OK. We have sheets and tables, and if you remember from your Excel file, all your information was structured in tables, right? It's not randomly scattered across the sheet. Therefore, we only need tables. So we'll remove sheet and we're left with 3 tables from 3 Excel workbooks. Once we have this, we can remove these 2 columns and we're left only with data. We expand it with this button here and it shows us all the columns from our Excel files. So we're going to keep all of them, keep this unchecked, and then OK. We have all the information from our 3 Excel files imported into Power Query, and all 3 months that we had, January, February, and March in our case, have been appended together as one big table. Okay, once I'm here, I will rename my query right away. I'll call it sales 2020. Enter. I can see right away that my date is sorted wrong. It starts with February 1st. So I want to make it sort ascending. Alright, so it's January 1/1/2020, and it should end with March 31st. Okay, it is. The next step will be to make sure that my data types are all correct. Order ID, I'll make it text. Date will be obviously date. Country is text. City is also text. So is product ID. Sales is decimal number because currencies have decimals. Quantity is whole number, and revenues is similar to sales. Okay, once I'm done, I can go to File and Close and Apply. What's happening now is Power Query importing all the files that I have manipulated and modified into its report window. From here, I can start building simple visuals. So for the sake of an example, I'm just going to use a very easy line chart showing sales over date. Because my data is random, I just made it up using the Excel function rand between. Obviously, there are no trends. It's just all over the place. But with the real data, if you put your real sales data, you'll obviously see some trends up and down, right? So my second visual will be a histogram where I'll show sales in different cities. So here I'm going to slightly change data colors. I'm making different cities look different with different color. I'll put Vancouver green and I'll make Edmonton red. So I want to add a simple pivot table here showing sales, revenue, quantity, city, and date, with say monthly information. Just a simple pivot table, very similar to Excel, which shows sales in each city in different months. I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger so you can see the numbers better. Text size, let's say 14. Now I'm going to show you the most exciting part of this presentation, the automatic refreshment of all Excel files which you copy into the folder. I go back to the folder where my 3 original Excel files were in, and let's say April ended, sorry, and then we have the new April data available to me, right? So I take this data, I copy and paste it to this folder, go back to my report in Power BI, and then I click refresh. And magically, April is added. It literally took a second. If I go back to the data view, I can see that April has been added to the end of my file. Now let's say we have May ended and I have May report. I copy May to the folder, come back and click refresh. Boom. Pivot table, May is added. If I go to the data view, I can see that May has been appended to the end of my report. This is why I like Power BI. It has a lot of capabilities to automate your work, so you don't have to do manual copy pasting anymore. You can have more time to actually sit down and analyze data, look for insights, and get your work done faster and better. Thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you soon.